Hello, hello, hello. My name is Amista, and I am here to do a little bit of Reiki, a little bit of tarot reading, catch up with my regulars, meet some new people, just basically overall to have a little bit of fun here on the channel today. Right now, I'm clearing some tarot cards, kind of getting things set up, getting ready to rock and roll. We will do 5 minutes of Reiki before we actually get into any tarot reading, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the Reiki for whatever is for each of your highest and best good as individuals. If you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention once we get started with it. And then what else? What else should we say? After that, we're going to do a tarot spread that looks at what is our best manifestation advice as far as the collective that watches this channel, best manifestation advice over the next 24 hours. So at that point, if you want to be thinking about what it is you want to manifest, or even right now, you can get some of your energy on the cards, whether you're watching now or watching live or just tuning in later on. Either way. Either way. Nomad, hey, hey, Jennifer, hello, hello, happy Thursday. Aw, well, I'm glad you're here today, my friend. So let's see, you know how my day's going. I'm alive and breathing. That's a really great start. Plus, I'm doing readings and Reiki. My YouTube's going viral. Client base is expanding. My life is good, 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 and getting better all the time. Alicia, hello, glad you're here. Here I am shuffling cards. I'm already got the cards cleared. Let's go ahead and do 5 minutes of Reiki. What are you guys going to use your Reiki for? I'm going to set the intention for whatever's for your highest and best good, but you get to set it for anything more specific if you want something more specific. So, all right. So let's do Reiki for 5 minutes. What are you guys going to use it for? You have a question for me. I can answer questions while I do Reiki. What kind of question do you have? Not a reading question, just like normal questions. Healing post-op. Oh, you had your operation? Yay! When did you have it? Mm. How long do they say that you're supposed to be down for? I think my mom had something similar, but hers was not partial, and I think she was supposed to be down for like 6 weeks or something. That was a long time ago, though. Healing for trauma. So, Alicia, it's very likely that after the Reiki, you may feel like kind of drowsy or sleepy or like you want a nap. I don't know what your schedule is like, but if you can get a nap, that may be helpful for you. I find that a lot of times whenever we're healing from emotional trauma, that it seems like it makes me really tired. Just a heads up. Divine timing. Hello, hello, welcome. We're still doing Reiki right now. Right now, the Reiki is set for whatever's for everybody's highest and best good, except for people who have set very specific intentions. So you feel free to set a specific intention if you would like to. Yay. We've still got 2.5 more minutes of Reiki. So half of it is still left. That's awesome that you already feel so amazing, Jennifer. Of course, that kind of was the hope, but still, that's pretty fast. And it's kind of interesting because I do have some energy going into that area where your surgery would have been. So it's going out to somebody in that area. I'm assuming that's you. And it's going in real, like low key, like it's trying to be careful, almost like just very gingerly, stepping lightly. That's funny. We do have some energy going out into the heart chakra, which does have to deal with helping us process some emotions around something. So that could easily be you, Alicia. That might be somebody else as well, but quite a bit of energy going there. We also have energy going into the throat chakra, which helps people to say their truest truth rather than just trying to be quiet to keep the peace. So somebody's getting ready to do their truest truth, man. Which one is you, Nomad? Let's see, what else am I noticing? I've also got some crown energy coming out too. So crown energy has to do with our relationship with the divine. You know, what kind of terms are we on with the divine? Let's bring some balance into that. And we also have base chakra, has to do with stability and security. Not surprising considering what our government is right now. So not surprising to see that we need a rebalance where we have stability and security. And we also have feet chakra coming in. Somebody is getting more balance about what is their sense of purpose or reason for being right now. Oh, you're the emotional one? That makes sense. You may not be the only one. Usually that's multiple. Things like this, it's multiple. And even people who aren't here right now can be receiving some of this energy whenever they tune in. And I can be feeling that energy going out to them right now because the Reiki is spirit and it's not limited by time or space. By the way, guys, if this is beneficial for you, please put a thumbs up on this video. That's very helpful. Okay. Wow, we've already done 5 minutes. It seemed like that went by in a flash. Okay. Those of you who would like to get Reiki sessions that are just for you, you can find out about those on my website or you can reach out to me. My website does have my phone number. You can call me and see how those work. I do those long distance or in person if you happen to be local, but usually long distance. Let's shift over into our tarot focus now. You guys start thinking about what it is that you would like to manifest. What would you like to manifest today? This is going to be best manifestation advice over the next 24 hours. What would you like to manifest? What would you like? Improved relationship, upgrade your vehicle, better job, shorter commute, more money, 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 honey. What is it that you want to manifest? Rest. That did not make my list even. Rest, relief, peace. Okay, let's see what comes up. Don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video, guys. I do appreciate all the support I can get. Also, share it out to others who may want a reading as well, or who may need a reading as well. Beep-a-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Best manifestation advice. What do we have here? Oh, baby, baby. This is actually pretty powerful. All right, so first of all, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles talks about doing something on our own, independently, self-sufficiently. This is not quite Queen of Wands energy, but it's very close to it. So we could be beginning something independently and self-sufficiently. Okay, now Well, we're definitely beginning because we've got the wheel in reverse. For me, the wheel in reverse talks about that this is the time to make preparations. It's time to get things put in place. It's time to get organized. It's time to get set up. For me, this is like if you're starting a business, this is where it's time to get all the paperwork in line. It's time to get that EIN number. It's time to get the business name registered. It's time to, get the financial situation set up. Whether is it going to be a S corp, a sole proprietorship? What is it going to be? This is all that behind the scenes stuff before the launch. So I don't know if any of you are planning on starting a business, but that's kind of the energy. This is the getting ready for something. Okay. And when we're getting ready for whatever this is we're getting ready for, we're doing this independently and self sufficiently. What are we getting ready for? We're getting ready to bring something out into the public with this Ace of Cups in reverse. This talks about the idea of somebody really like popping out of the cake. So this can be a launch. This is somebody's true colors coming out that people didn't know about before. If you have this hobby that you do really amazing stuff with, but nobody at work knows about it. Your friends don't know about it. This is like bringing it out into the open. It's like taking the veil off of it and allowing the public to see it, or at least allowing people around you to see it. So this is what we're getting ready for today. We're getting ready as an independent person. We're not asking for other people's help as we get ready, as we get things put in place for some kind of unveiling of something that we want to show to the world, or at least to more people in the world, maybe if not the whole world. Okay. Hello there, Cheryl. That does not sound like rest, by the way, Alicia. Very cool, Nomad. Then that would definitely fit that. So your question is why does it feel like everyone is displaying negative energy that I come into contact with? Okay, so um, what Abraham Hicks teaches about something like that is that wherever our vibration is set, wherever our energy is set, then we draw that energy to us so that those people can hold up a mirror to us. So if you're getting a bunch of grumpy people, you got to ask yourself, am I being grumpy? I know that all it takes is one grumpy person to come in for me. And if I'm not really aware of my energy, then I turn grumpy and then more grumpy people come in and it becomes this whole cycle thing. And that may be if I get out of bed and I feel kind of bleh and like I don't want to go anywhere or do anything or whatever, if I go somewhere and do something, I get a bunch of other people that feel bleh and they really don't want to be doing whatever it is they're doing either. And so obviously they're not the most happy people. So I would say the first thing that you want to look at on your checklist is where is my vibration right now? And if I recalibrate my vibration, is that going to make things better? There's an old saying, I don't know whose quote this is, but I've heard it a bunch. It says, smile and the world smiles with you. I have found that to be true, even when I have to fake the smile. No, I hope when I fake, I do better than that. Sometimes it helps to take a nap. They say when you take a nap that it stops your momentum. And so whenever you wake up, you have a chance to like restart in a different place, to think about things that make you feel happy, happy, happy. I will tell you, I am really lucky because when I go live, my energy really, you guys being here shifts my energy. If I'm feeling funky, first thing I want to do is go do a reading. All right, so let's see. Anybody who wants a message from Spirit, put that in the chat. If you have a specific question for me, please put that in the chat. Don't forget to share this video with other people who might like a reading. And also put a thumbs up or some kind of reaction as well. I appreciate all of the support in getting this channel out there and growing it. Right now we're at 225. I'm feeling pretty proud of that. I think we're doing good. Okay, we have Desiree and Cheryl both want a message from Spirit. That means everybody will be able to look out for piggyback messages from both of those. Aw, thank you, Desiree. I love you guys too. Divine timing. Divine timing. Remind me what your first name is, honey. I want to put you on the list, but. Boopity-dee-dee. Boopity-dee-dee. This is for Desiree. Desiree's up first. Cheryl's in the batter's box. Divine timing. I'm waiting to hear her first name from. Okay. Alicia, you are just a prolific writer. I think you had another letter you sent out recently that was on the edge. Did you get my newsletter last week? Was on the edge. Rhoda. Oh, don't you normally come in under a different name? Like Rhoda? Or am I thinking of somebody else that's named Rhoda? Alicia has a question. Jen Davies wants a message. Oh, okay. Okay. You had familiar energy. I didn't feel like you were new. Well, also, you have the thing that says that you're a moderator, so I knew you couldn't be new. You are quite welcome on the speaking the truth thing. Not really helpful if I don't speak the truth, am I? All right, Desiree, message from Spirit. What do we have showing up for Ms. Desiree? Desiree, Desiree, what do we have for Desiree? Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. Okay, Desiree. We're starting off with the Three of Pentacles. This is collaboration. This is working together with somebody. This is collaboration that's kind of like a gig type level collaboration. You know, this is once in a while or a one-off type thing, where we have partnership, which is a different level of this, where we do things together, but we do things together repeatedly and over the long term. So this is kind of a collaboration. It's sort of a one-off type of thing, or a rarer type of thing. Now look at this. We've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So to me, this is collaboration that maybe you're volunteering your efforts on this, or you're putting in more energy and effort than anybody else. I don't feel like you're being repaid for this in any kind of fair way. And it may be that you have literally volunteered for this. And, you know, if so, that's not bad. You get to do whatever you want to do. And if you're cool with that, that's good. But I don't expect you to be paid back in any kind of fair way for whatever this collaboration is, for your participation in it. All right, now, hello there, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. The fundraiser. Oh, that makes sense. That would be fundraiser type of energy. Okay, I've got you on the list. I'm going to be here about 12 more minutes-ish. Maybe a little longer. Let's see. What's our best advice or heads up here? Jeez. Okay, well, put on your seatbelt and your hard hat. We've got the Five of Cups. This says there's some kind of disappointment with this situation. And it's not the money. The money is not the disappointment. Isn't that interesting? We've got two kings showing up here. First of all, we have a King of Swords in reverse. I think that the people who are supposed to be promoting this are keeping their lips zipped. What the heck? And we also have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is interesting. There's somebody here who is helping, who has a lot of high energy and very optimistic and outgoing, all of that kind of good stuff. So you've got somebody, I don't know. I think this is the person that's in charge of promoting this. I think that's the disappointment, is that they are not doing the promotion. Like if they were supposed to come up with posts for Facebook or something, yeah, yep, yep. Or they're very lame. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, and I'm gonna say I think this other king is the same person. I think this other king that we have coming up is that this person normally is very optimistic, outgoing, blah 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 blah. You would expect cheerfulness and happiness and helpfulness from them. I think maybe they just don't know how to do the promotional stuff. They know how to do word of mouth. They don't know how to do other stuff. Yeah, but that would make sense. All right, so that was for Desiree. Next up, we're doing Cheryl. This is another message from Spirit, so everybody keep an eye out for a piggyback message. And if you don't mind, put a thumbs up on this video, share it out to the world in case other people need to hear some of these messages as well. All right, so for Cheryl, Cheryl. Let's see what you get. Can be past, can be present, can be future. Let's see what we have. Okay, so Cheryl, it looks to me like you've got a situation where you need to make a decision with this Two of Swords coming up here. You need to make a decision, and the decision you need to make is about the idea that your energy is getting scattered far and wide. And so I think you're going to have to make some kind of decision about how can you bring the focus in and really prioritize where you want to spend your energy. The Page of Wands for your advice or heads up coming up in reverse says it has you feeling tired because you've got your energy scattered so far and wide. And we have the Death card in reverse. The Death card in reverse says, you know, you kind of have to hold your own. Nobody else is going to do this for you. You kind of have to hold your own. Well, what are you holding your own on? You're holding your own on the Eight of Pentacles. This has to do with work. Now, whether you work for another person or whether you are retired or whatever, there's something that you do that makes you feel productive in your community to hold your own on whatever this is that your work is, to keep that work quality up, to keep those standards up, to keep your work reputation up. You're going to have to make some decisions about where all you're scattering your energy and set some priorities, because otherwise you're just too tired to even bring that energy to whatever your work is that's important to you. I hope that makes sense for you. Hello there, Maya. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. I hope that makes sense for you, Miss Cheryl. Okay, let's see. Rhoda, you are up next. Alicia, you are in the batter's box. After that, we have Jen, then Sherry, and I'm going to be here for about 8-ish more minutes, maybe a little longer. You're welcome. Poor Cheryl. I do messages for her all the time. I don't think she ever really knows what I'm talking about. Usually when I ask her, she's like, nope. Sure don't. It's just fun watching you talk, Amista. Let's see. Rhoda. Rhoda. What do we have coming up for you, my friend? Message from Spirit for Ms. Rhoda. Boopity-doo, 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 boopity-doo. All right, let's see what we have. We have a little bit of coffee and a few cards. You are getting over something, my friend. Oh, really? Yay! That's cool. I really don't remember actually reading for you like at all, but I'm glad to hear that what I predicted came true, because I like to think that people can take my advice to the bank most of the time. So are you glad he came back? Or are you like now like, oh, get away. What was I thinking? Usually when mine come back, I'm like, oh my God, what was I thinking? I don't want you back. Now I remember why we're not together. I'm glad you're happy. All right, so let's see, divine timing, Ms. Rhoda. Okay, so you're starting off with the strength card coming up in reverse, okay? We're not too stressed out about that because you also have the tower card coming up in reverse. The tower card in reverse talks about a recovery from something in the past and actually ending up better than where you were before. So when we have this covering our strength card in reverse, this says that there's something going on here where either your self-esteem took a major hit and now your self-esteem is coming back up into that sweet spot. That's, you're not arrogant and you're not anybody's doormat. All right. Now, what are you swearing about? Now, let's see. Now I got all distracted here. She's swearing. I don't know why. All right. Or the other thing that this could be that with strength in reverse, maybe your health is not the greatest, or maybe you don't feel like you've worked out enough and you want to do some strength training. Literally, I've seen this for this as well. With the tower coming up, this says if this is a health thing that you're recovering your health, if this is I haven't worked out enough at the gym and I need to get with my Nautilus weights and just have a love affair with them for a while, this says you're doing that. Okay. So, whatever is going on, whether it's your self esteem, your literal strength, or a health issue, we're getting into a better space than what we were before. All right. So, it's interesting. I used to have this thing called cough variant asthma. And I used to think the doctors were full of baloney when they told me I had that. And so I wouldn't let them put me on an inhaler for it. And I went for years like that, and it was bad. It was very bad. It made it to where I couldn't even do videos sometimes. And finally, I was like, well, let's try this. Let's try this. I'm desperate. We'll try anything. Ever since I've been on the inhaler, I have felt better than I have felt in decades, y'all. That's this type of energy. It's the recovery and feeling better than where you were before. So, like I said, whether it's self esteem, health issues, or just strength, any one of those, you're getting to be better off than where you were before. You're debating yoga. I love yoga. I'm not very good at yoga. It doesn't love me, but I love it. Actually, I'm not very consistent with it, but I do like it. If I can't go out and walk, I would rather walk. But like this time of year, yoga's better. All right, so best advice or heads up. Queen of Pentacles. This says basically that you not only have everything that you need to do this, you also have the know-how or the tools to share with others so that they can do this too. It is the perfect day, definitely. Now, this is interesting. Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is some kind of news. This could be news. Pentacles for me is energy in general, and a lot of times it has to do with health or it has to do with finances, usually finances. But if we're talking about yoga here, this could be some kind of news about this could be you realizing, whoa, I'm not half as flexible as I used to be. Some kind of bad news about material goods or finances. There's something going on here. Or maybe you start to work out and you realize, oh, they want me to have yoga blocks? I'm supposed to have bands? I have to buy this stuff? Could be that too. But we're not stressing because you've already got the Queen of Pentacles. You've got plenty. You can get whatever you need. You're fine. You're fine. I feel like this may be more an obstacle in your mind than an obstacle in the reality in the 3D. And then we have the Eight of Wands. That's funny. That's funny. Oh no, now it all makes sense. Okay. So that Page of Pentacles, see how she's kind of looking at her? She's got her fingers on her temples, basically. This is like, man, I don't really want to do this. Do I really want to do this? I don't know if I really want to do this. Just like any other exercise. Do I really have to do this? The Eight of Wands is really good, though, because the wands, there are athletic suits. There are athletic suit in the tarot. This says once you get into it, you're going to get really consistent with it. You're going to do this all the time. You may do little workouts, but you're going to do them really consistently. Hello there, cat lover. Welcome, welcome. All right, so that's what we've got for Rhoda. Cat lover, you can throw a question out there. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, if I'll be here long enough to answer your question or not, but feel free to throw a question out there because I like to have them so I can hit bang, 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 bang. Let's see. And tell me your first name, cat lover. Your real first name that you go by. Alicia had a question. Thank you for all the thumbs ups, guys. Since the last time I looked, I appreciate that. Let's see. Where was Alicia's question? Your name is Maddie. I'm also going to need P's first name as well, honey. I use names to connect. Let's see. Where did that go? Alicia wants to know. She wrote a letter to her classmates. Will they respect that letter? Well, we're going to look at overall. Whenever we're talking about a group of people, I usually like to break it down into individuals, but I think in this case, we're just going to look at overall. Overriding energy towards whether or not her classmates respect the letter that Alicia wrote and Alicia herself. Thank you, cat lover. Let's find out. Guys, if you think I do good with 5 little cards here in a group setting, you should definitely get a private reading with me because I will knock your socks off. I don't think this conversation is over. I don't have anybody out and out disrespecting you. I can say that. I don't know that everybody's very happy about what you've written. Okay, so we start off with the 10 of Cups. This talks about that somebody, like your classmates, are wanting to make this into a happier situation. They want to improve the happiness around this situation. We have a Page of Cups in reverse, which I think has to do with the idea of you expressing appreciation towards people in your classroom or classmates. Is that her expressing it? No, I think some of them are going to be expressing appreciation towards you, how important you are to them. Now, we've also got a 7 of Wands. This is somebody putting up their defenses, kind of going on defense on whatever this was that the letter was about. I would say not necessarily being openly disrespectful, but, you know, when somebody goes into defense mode, that's not exactly friendly. Maybe they just go really quiet, or maybe they debate you, but either way, I still don't see disrespect. Here's what I would expect to see for disrespect. I would expect to see, like, a Knight of Swords in reverse would be a really sarcastic comeback. I don't have that. A Knight of Wands in reverse would be really kind of in your face disrespect. I don't have a Knight of Wands in reverse. So I don't see anything really disrespectful. I do have the 10 of Swords, which says this conversation will come up again. Whatever this is that you have written about, this is going to be something that becomes a topic for people to discuss. And the Queen of Cups in reverse, there is somebody in your classmates or a group of people, I don't know, but somebody's going to be really triggered by this. And when somebody's really triggered, I mean, the reactions can be different. You know, triggering can lead to crying or upset. It can also lead to overjoyed and ecstatic in a disproportionate amount. I want to see, what are we looking at for this trigger situation? How is this triggered situation going to be manifesting, please? So I'm using the Lenormand to clarify. This is going to be gossip, basically. So we've got the snake, think snake in the grass, also think female. We also had this Queen of Cups. So the queen is not always female. Sometimes it's like a drag queen type energy. But queen is what's associated there. We have a Queen of Cups and we have a snake in the grass. Snakes they're typically associated with females in Lenormand. So this is somebody reacting. How their reaction comes out is in a roundabout way. So this could be fairly passive aggressive. There's some reflection here. And we have the birds, which can be worried chatter, but I really feel like this time it's gossip. It's just like people trying to gossip about you to sort of minimize the effects of whatever it was that you said in your letter. Not everybody is like that, though. Some people are actively trying to help the situation. Some people are expressing their appreciation for you. Some people are defensive. We have this person that's starting gossip. Whatever goes on, this conversation is not over. A lot more to be talked about. Well, I think you can expect some cattiness there. I think you'll have some people that stand up for you. You'll have other people that are like, you're so sensitive. Those ones that are defensive. It was just a joke. How many times have we heard it was just a joke? Somebody covering up for their bull stuff. Okay, Jen is up next. Jen, are you still in the room? Thank you guys for all the thumbs ups. I appreciate that. And for sharing this video out to the world. After Jen, we have Sherry in the batter's box. And then after that, we have Maddie and Paul. Jen is here. Whoop, whoop. Okay, I can't stay too much longer because I do have a reading starting at 2, so I'm going to get off of here at 1:45 so I can get ready. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can get to everybody. All right, message from Spirit for Jen. Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. Oh, yeah. Yours is appropriate. All right, Ms. Jen. First of all, what does it look like this woman is doing? She is taking a break. That's the appropriate thing for you to be doing. And look at all the swords there, especially right after a surgery. Spirit nailed that one. Special plans for V-Day? I don't know. I might take myself out to dinner. Or maybe I'll make myself a nice steak here at home. I don't know. What about you? What about you, Nomad? All right, so Jen. Ace of Swords in reverse. Little unicorn action here, upside down. So, basically, this is saying you have been advised to take a break. Probably because of the surgery with all the blades here and with the point of the unicorn's horn. You've probably been very pointedly told that you need to take a break. Maybe your doctor is not expecting you to listen, so they might have like really drove that point home for you. You have to work that day. You know what? It'll go by fast if it's busy. I'll probably be doing some work that day for sure. All right, so best advice or heads up. You've got your manifestation game going on, and this is the perfect time to do that. Whenever we can't like actually take a lot of physical action, this is the perfect time to be focusing on our manifestation game and imagining what life is like when it is ideal. You do have The Knight of Wands, which does talk about taking action, having some kind of adventure, maybe even doing some travel. Could be doing some travel. Justice card in reverse. I think you're just trying to take the sting out of the downtime, actually. So doing that travel, you're manifesting some travel that takes your mind off of the downtime. Maybe your family is going to take you out for a little trip, little day trip. You're quite welcome. You're manifesting escapism. Girlfriend, that's not hard to manifest. I've got it on my tablet. It's called Gossip Harbor. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not stressing. I haven't stressed on Valentine's Day for a long time. I've been on my own a long time, guys. With intermittent relationships sprinkled in here and there, but mostly I would say I've been on my own since 2013. Let's see. Sherry. What do we have? Okay, message from Spirit for Ms. Sherry. Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. After that, we have Maddie. What time is it? We might be able to get both. We'll see. Sherry. Guys, don't forget to put a thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you like these types of videos where you get to ask questions, please subscribe and turn on your notification bell and turn on notifications on your device as well so you know when I go live. If you have not looked at next week's predictions, those are available. Those dropped yesterday on the channel. Of course, this week's are available as well. So if you haven't checked them out, you may want to. Of course, if you want to book a private reading with me, I am available for those, and I will blow your socks off. Just saying. We're just doing 5 cards with a whole bunch of people energetically in the room. If I can do this here, what do you think I can do if it's just us online by ourselves? Okay, Sherry, message from Spirit. This can be past, present, or future. I don't pick the topic, my friend. Thank you for letting me know you're here. What we have coming up is the 9 of Swords in reverse, which means relief. It means relief from stress. There's something that you have been stressing out about. By the way, I talk as if things are present tense because the cards are in front of me right now. So something that you have been stressing out about that now you are not anymore. You may have done some self-work to not be stressing, or the situation could have changed and now you're not stressing. Either way, what does this situation have to do with? Is this a person or is this Sherry? I'm hearing this is Sherry about a person. So you're being very logical now about some kind of situation that was stressing you out before, and this situation had to do with another person. That situation was stressing you out. Now you're going logical with it. That's what's bringing you the relief, looking at it logically. Boo-ba-da-doo-doo. Not necessarily release. It could be the situation itself is changing. There's a couple ways that card could play out. Ba-bum-bum. Now, best advice or heads up around this? Here's your best advice or heads up around this. First of all, we have the Hermit coming up in reverse. This just basically says that you've spent some time alone sort of recalibrating. What are your priorities? What do you actually want? Okay. And, well, let me back up. Let's finish up this card. Now, the advice or heads up is now I'm coming out. I'm interacting with the public with my new priorities in mind. Star card. I'm very hopeful to find something good here. And as I'm looking for that something good, I'm going to be checking out all kinds of different things. So if this is a romantic situation, this is dating around. If this is a job situation, this is putting in applications or resumes out in a lot of different places. If this is something else, this is exploring all kinds of different options. to make your decision here. So, looks to me like where you were stressed out about something, you're not being so stressed anymore because now you're looking at it logically. You're not keeping yourself attached to whatever outcome you want. You have, or you will be, or at least the advice is to think about what you actually want out of situations like this. Once you've got that settled, come back out into the world and start interacting again in a way that is hopeful that you will find what you want by exploring several different options. I hope that makes sense for you. He got back to work. Well, that was a relief, right? Now you're looking at all the different options of things you can do with your time again. Yeah. Hubsters take so much time. Oh my God. They just want to suck up all the attention out of the freaking air. You can't breathe anymore. That's just my personal opinion. Not everybody has to believe the same as me. Hello there, Kenise. Welcome, welcome. You're quite welcome. Maybe that's why I've been on my own for a long time. All right, Maddie. Maddie wanted to know something about Paul. Maddie, are you still here, honey bunny? Boop-a-doo-doo-doo, boop-a-doo-doo-doo, boop-a-doo-doo. They really do. That's the scary part. Like, I think about the idea of getting married, and I think about, oh, how much time would I have for my career? I don't know about all that. Okay, Maddie is here. Here we go then. Maddie wants to know something about Paul. I got to go back and find this question. Why does Paul keep staring at her? Oh, geez, that's creepy, isn't it? I can't say that all of them are not worth it. There is a possibility that maybe a husband would be worth it. I'm feeling myself getting more and more open to finding out if I think maybe somebody would be worth it. But my first impression usually is up, step back, step out of the sandbox. All right. Why does Paul keep looking at Maddie? What's his deal? What's his trip? Why does Paul keep looking at Maddie? First thing that I'm hearing is your hair. So I don't know. Do you have really long, beautiful hair? Do you have really bright, beautiful hair? The first thing that I'm hearing is your hair, though. Do, 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 do. Or do you have the Sinead O'Connor cut? Were you, Sherry? And then it surprised you? I've had like relationships that last 4 or 5 months here and there, but basically I've been single since like 2012. Your hair's long. Okay, so that's the first thing is your hair. Let's see. What else are the cards going to say? Why is Paul staring at her now? I mean, you're obviously on his mind. Let's see why. Why am I feeling like this? Like I'm getting some kind of, I don't even know how to define this feeling I'm getting. I can't even say it's in my chest. It's not even in my gut. It's kind of like behind my rib cage. The heck? What's going on with you, Paul? How long did you actually date the person before you got married, Sherry? I'm curious about this. On her own for 10 years and then something surprised her. How long did she date him? I'm curious. And then I'm going to have another question after that. What is going on with Paul? He's just something. Hmm. What is going on with Paul? Lower D. He's a mess. No wonder you want to know what the hell's going on in his mind. Hi there, Trina. I didn't see your message before you took it out. Right, Nomad. Okay, so I just kind of don't know what to think about this. I really think Paul's a mess. The first thing that I can see for sure is that whenever he's staring at you, he is very focused, but he's very focused on not talking. We've got a King of Swords in reverse. That's my lips are zipped. Not saying anything. I'm being very quiet. And then we've got Judgment in reverse, which Judgment in reverse talks about this idea of we have an opportunity to get back together, but we're not doing that. Okay. Now, no, they used to talk. They're in college. I asked about this Judgment card in reverse because that's what I wanted clarification on. Like, is he staring at her and he's not talking because he thinks that she won't like allow them to move forward again? I got a no on that. I got a no on that. She comes up as being in his mind, very compassionate, very empathetic. So that's not it. So I asked, okay, is he thinking that he would not give this a second chance? Yet I got a no on that. So I don't know why I have Judgment in reverse. So odd. It looks to me though like he's not okay in the head, okay? I think he would give it a second chance as a no strings attached type thing, even though he has genuine feelings for you. But he would only give it a second chance as a no strings attached type thing. I just don't understand. And when I look at like, okay, what does he actually want? We've got the 3 of Cups, which talks about friendship. We've got the Emperor, which talks about he would like to be the one that calls all the shots. We've got the 2 of Pentacles that says, I'm very busy. I want to juggle things. I don't have time for everything, like the time that I would like to have for a relationship. And I'm seeing here that he misses you. I think he would like to get back together. But like I said, even though he has real feelings for you, this dude is so flippin' confused. So flippin' confused. He's gonna keep your head spinning if you guys even like start talking together. I don't know if you guys even would get together as a couple because he's so flippin' confused. He's gonna keep your head spinning. Would he take you to bed? Yeah. Would it go past that? Who knows? It's gonna depend on his mood. He is a risk. Let's say that. He is a risk because you don't know what's coming from that boy next. He thinks all he wants is something no strings attached, but he's got real feelings for you. So he could actually try to get you to agree to no strings attached. And then he could, I mean, if he's afraid of having feelings for you, then he could drop it after that, even though he's got feelings for you. I mean, he's cutting off his nose to spite his face. I wouldn't do anything with this guy until he was very clear with me about what he actually wanted from relationship. And then I would decide from whatever he says he wants, I would decide if I wanted to be involved at that level or not. If he says, "Listen, I just want to fling," then you get to decide, do I want to fling? And take him at his word, because God only knows. And if he says that he wants something real, then that means he's actually facing the truth of his own feelings. And at that point, if what you want is something real, then you can move forward with him and at least get to know him and see if it works. But I would not do anything, like, unless you happen to want to fling, I wouldn't do anything with this dude until he figures out what the hell he really wants. And then that's when you can make an informed decision. He's not playing mind games. He's probably very dismissive or very injured from before. A lot of people do stuff that feels like mind games, and it's really they're just doing coping mechanisms to keep themselves from getting hurt. So anyway, that's it for me. Kenise, I'm sorry I don't have time to take care of your message today, but I have to get ready to do a personal reading here in like 8 minutes. So it's time for me to leave here and freshen up my coffee and get ready for that. Everybody, thank you very much for keeping me company here. Remember, if you're not already subscribed and you want to catch me live again, then definitely subscribe, turn on the notification bell and then turn on notifications on your device. If you want to book a private reading with me, I will knock your socks off. And you can do that by looking at my website. That's down below. You can schedule a reading there. If you just want to support the channel, I have a Buy Me a Coffee link also in the description box. So that's always available too. My website has all my contact information too. If you guys just want to ask some questions about what readings are like with me or whatever, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer questions like that. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful, empowered day. Peace out.